Oh shit, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a wicked day. In this video I'm going to be analysing another Powerchair Football match, but this time we're going to be looking at West Bromwich Albion because they play a little bit different to everybody else. They play something called 4 out, and I'm going to explain in the video exactly what that means. So I thought we'd check out, analyse it and see how it looks anyways. So if you're enjoying this type of videos, make sure you like and maybe subscribe as well. I can do more videos like this, and if you want me to talk about any other teams, let me know in the comment section. I'm happy to do more of these videos. But yeah man, that's enough talking anyway. Let's get into the video and let's start talking about some Powerchair Football. Let's take a look. Alright, so here we go, right, kick off. Anyway, first of all, before we start getting on, I'm going to just talk about, if you can see my mouse here, this is Chris Gordon. He's their goalkeeper. And obviously there's a winger there, there's Dave Lewis there in the middle, and there's Marcus on the side there. So they're all playing. So right now at kickoff you can see it looks quite normal. The keeper's sitting back, the wingers are together they're wide anyway, and the middleman's there. And what you start to see is Chris will start to push up as the goalkeeper, and they essentially play with the keeper as a second middle player. So that's what I mean by 4 out. When we say 4 out, it means all 4 players are in attacking positions. Obviously he's not going to push too far forward because then obviously you're exposed on the counter attack. But basically the whole point of a 4 out system is that you want to overload the middle. And what I mean by overload is that other teams will always play with one middle player. So if you play a 4 out with the keeper coming up as well, you have essentially 2 middle players, so that when you're playing against the other team and their middleman comes to press you, you can outpass the press because you have 2 instead of 1. Does that make sense? So we're overloading the central midfield is pretty much what they're doing. So that's essentially what 4 out is. Now I'm gonna start playing obviously so you can see what I'm talking about. So let's just kick off it. So Dave's teeing up to go wide. So 1-2, and straight away it's back to Chris, and Chris hits it forward. So you can see straight away Dave puts it to the winger cuts it back to Chris hits it wide, and you can already see, right, he's getting involved in the play, and usually teams don't do that with their goalkeepers. So it's a bit of a different style of football. And Dave's intercepted it. You can see Chris push up a bit there, you see. So you can see they're playing with 2 middle basically, and it's not 1, it's 2. So they're playing, there should be a foul there. Marcus clipping the shirt, yep. You can see Chris having a word with him there, you can see. Alright, so you're going to watch Chris again, he's dropping back. Now I just want to pause it here, you can see, look, I'll go forward a bit there. So this is the basic setup that you want. So your goalkeeper's essentially playing as the deepest player, but he's not in goal, is he? He's almost on the halfway line. And if you see number 8, Dave Lewis was right next to him, but what you can see is Dave is slightly more forward. So what that means is, again, if I get my mouse, if you can see here the Bournemouth player here, I'm sorry, I don't know what his name is, I've forgotten, so sorry if you're watching, but basically if he comes out to Dave, so for example, if this ball comes to Dave, for example, I'm just saying, and this Bournemouth player comes to Dave, what that means is Dave can then half spin it to Chris. Do you understand? So if the Bournemouth player presses Dave, it doesn't matter, Dave's got a passing outlet. So that's basically what I mean by overload. So when they press, they can pass around you. So Dave will give it to Chris. Chris will probably give it to Marcus. Marcus might take it. He might pass it back to Chris. Like, they're going to start playing with it. So essentially what they're doing is like a massive piggy in the middle is basically what they're doing. They want you to come and chase the ball. And when you start chasing the ball, just pass it around you. So simple as that. So let's see what they do from the throw-in anyway. And again, I'm only going to show the first 10 minutes. Otherwise, this video will take forever. Alright, so he flicks it back to Chris. Chris back to Marcus. Marcus back to Chris. Unlucky there, Chris. Foul Marcus again. Can we get it across? Unlucky. Good cut from the Bournemouth player. Yeah, good goalkeeping. Cushioning it out. Don't pass out yet. So you can see they're working it, trying to flick it out. He's got the flick. Dave's on. And Chris is on. See what I mean? So they're both pushing up, man. They're both pushing up. It's a shot opportunity. Nice little touch there. Back to Chris. Chris with the touch. Is baiting him in. See there, Dave backs out to give him space. And a flick across. Back across. Can we get a finish? And look at that. That's superb football right there. Now, if you watched my last video where I spoke about my team's Muscle Warriors match, we had a similar play there. But the difference is these guys finished off. So that's the difference at the level. And again, I've not explained, sorry. West Brom job in our Premier League. They're the top. I think right now they're third. But I think they've won the league for the last 3 years in a row or something like that. If I'm correct, if I'm incorrect, let me know. But I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. So yeah, they're a very good team. And they're one of the only teams in the league that play this 4-out system. Other teams experiment with it. Some do what I call 3.5, which is they sort of do it, but not properly. But these guys go all out when they're playing 4-out. And they're the only team in the league that do it. I watch a lot of these games because I actually enjoy the type of football they play. It's just very nice to watch. When you're getting all 4 players involved and everyone's passing the ball, it's great to watch. It really is. So within a minute, they're 1-0 up. Now also, I must stress Bournemouth are bottom of the league. They've had a really bad season. They've lost a couple of their top players. So, they're struggling a little bit. So again, Dave gives it to Chris. Chris tries to find Marcus, unlucky. And Dave with a shot. Oh, just wide. So that's unlucky there. So another thing I want to show you what West Brom do is if you look at their defensive shape. So again, I'll get my mouse. So Chris is the deepest. Then Dave is next to him. And Marcus is here. So they're playing a little triangle and the other winger sits forward so that if the goal kick is bad, they can give it straight to this winger and the winger's got opportunity to shoot. Now the reason why they're playing this type of triangle is because the other team doesn't know how to get past it. Because if Marcus is here, if Bournemouth play the goal kick wide, Marcus can cut it off. If they play the other side, Dave can cut it off. If they play in the middle, Chris can cut it off. So they play this type of triangle defensive shape and it makes it difficult for teams to read. So I'll show you what I mean. And they sit really deep. So what they want you to do is they want the middleman to take, so the goalkeeper will kick it to the middleman and they want the middleman to flick it to one of the wingers so that West Brom can cut it off. So let's see what happens here. But they back off deliberately to give you the space. See, so they want you to flick so that they can take. Dave leaves it. And they're trying to get the ball wide. Is unlucky there. You can see what I mean, right? So Chris taking the throw in to Marcus. Marcus with the flick, unlucky. That's a 2-on-1 there. Ref gives it. He's playing advantage. Oh. And the ball's, yeah, that happens a lot. So when the ball's on top of someone's bumper like that, it's a set ball. Obviously, it's a foul because the ball's not on the floor. Well, it's not a foul, it's no one's fault, but, it's a set piece, yeah. So when we're not sure whose ball it is, we give this set ball. So both chairs face forward with the ball in the middle, and they just basically push into it and see who wins the ball, basically. They just battle it out. So you can see here, there's squeeze and take the ball wide. That's good. Can Marcus get the flick? He's working the angle. There we go. Can you flick? Yeah, perfect. Dave across. Unlucky. Chris is there to mop it up. Yeah, takes a nice touch there. And can he get the flick? You can see he's waiting. He's trying to bait the players in. He gives it to Marcus. Marcus back to Dave. Dave across, but Chris is there. He takes a touch. He flicks into Dave. Dave takes a touch. He's unlucky there. Alright, so the winger's got it. Good play. Plays it off him. Just smart football right there. He knows he can't get it, so he hits the ball off the Bournemouth player. And if you look right there, Chris is already set up in the block off. Dave's going to try to fire it across to Marcus. Marcus is going to try to tap it in. But before Bournemouth already set up, Chris is already there waiting. So he's already in position, he's already set up, he's already ready to go. And the ball's across. Can we get a finish? He passes it back across. It's unlucky there. Okay, and you just... okay then. He just flicks it behind the keeper and it's a goal. The keeper there leaving massive gap behind him. It's just unlucky with that. It's just smart football again. So that all happened because the winger played off the Bournemouth player. They got a set piece. Chris has already set up, fired the ball across. And I know that set piece didn't work out, but it led to the goal, didn't it? So... oh, something's fallen off the lad's chair. Looks like his joystick top has fallen off. So yeah, you can kind of see what I'm talking about, right? With the 4 out. It's a very unique way of playing. A lot of people think it's quite dangerous, but not really, because there's 2 of them back and they're always covering the space. And decent pass there. You see there, Chris has turned and he's not spun fast. He's not trying to smash that, because he knows if he smashes it and it goes wrong, he can bounce in the back of the net. So he slows his turn down to control the ball there. This is a very difficult skill to do. It's fantastic. So he gives it to Dave. Dave finds Marcus. Marcus back to Dave. Oh, unlucky. Dave trying to front bumper that back, but he couldn't get it. But he's got space. Marcus has taken on dribble. Again, there I would like to see Marcus flick back to Dave, but he's gone for the dribble. Okay, the wing is giving it to Chris. He's back to him. Fires it across. Oh, good defending. Well done. It could have been a goal. They flick it round. Bullet. Dave's covered it. Now, what a ball by Dave. Good cut out from the middle player there. That was a great pass. If you see there, Chris and Dave were pointing at each other so to make sure they got the space covered. So he gives it to Chris. Chris back to Marcus. Marcus takes the dribble and gets the flick out to the winger. It's back to Chris. Chris front bumped it, not quite. He takes a touch. Great chair movement there. He takes a touch, fakes to go right and then hits it left. World class football. And it's unlucky he didn't get the angle there. He takes a touch, full spin. And he's just driven out. If the Bournemouth player takes the ball and dribbles it, it's a 2-on-1. Marcus and Chris were a little bit close there. So if he just pushed forward, he probably would have got 2-on-1 there. But it's unlucky. Oh, okay, it's their ball anyway, so it don't matter. So again, they're setting up in that triangle shape. The winger's far wide. He's waiting for the ball. So again, they're trying to... it's a trap. They're trying to make you play into the trap. Alright, so it gets past Dave. So you can see the passing is quick, it's fluid, it's amazing. They're popping the ball about quick. I can't quite see what's going on there. Alright, front bumper. Oh, he lets it roll. Can you get the spin? Oh, unlucky there. He's very unlucky there. It's a very difficult technique to get your chair to... you're basically moving away from the ball to try to catch it back up to spin it. It's very difficult. You have to time that spot on, otherwise you miss it. Oh, dodgy back pass there. And Chris leaves it for Dave. He takes a touch, flicks it. Could be a 2-on-1. Ref's playing advantage. Yeah, Chris has got it out, flicks it to Dave. Good cut by the winger there. Bournemouth player. Back to Chris. Front bumper. Back across. Good passing back across. And again, unlucky there. But Dave's there to clean up. Flicks it. Chris leaves it for Marcus. Back to Marcus. So you can see even I'm struggling saying their names because of how quick they're passing the ball. See, when you pass the ball, it's very easy to score. Because when you're hitting the ball wide and you're hitting across the goal line like what they were doing there, they hit across the box, then across the box, then across, like they hit it back and forth 5-6 times across the box. The reason why they do that is because the defender and the goalkeeper in the box, only 2 of them can defend. You're not allowed the third player inside the box. So it's a 2v3. Sometimes it's a 2v4 with the guy, with the way West Brom play with the 4-out system. So the whole reason of hitting it wide, back and forth, is because the distance between the keeper and the defender starts getting stretched because they're starting to chase the ball and they can't keep up. When they start chasing, it creates a gap. And then when the gap is there, that's when the wingers can start shooting. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to get the other team to try to come out and chase the ball so that they can create gaps and score. That's basically what they're trying to do. And most teams are effective at doing it with 3, but the thing with West Brom is they're doing it with 4. So at times it's even harder to defend. It's very difficult to read where it's going. Oh, he faked that. Unlucky. Dave's there to clear. Good pass. Can we get that for Flick? 2-on-1. Okay. It's a set piece. Dave to Marcus. Marcus with the shot. Unlucky there. Tried to sneak it behind the guy. See there, Chris goes left to give him a passing angle. He realizes Marcus is on it, so Chris now is coming back. Now here's the exact shape of 4 out. You got the wing on the left, Marcus. You got Chris there. This time Dave is the deepest, and then you got the other winger. So they're playing in sort of a box shape. If you ever watch Manchester City play football in the running game of the Premier League, they do this. They play in a box, and what this box does is it keeps them in your half. So every time Bournemouth tried to get out, West Brom get the ball back, and then they basically trap you in the box. That's what they're trying to do. So he got a corner out of it. Chris is already ready for it. Here, Dave's going to the left here. So he's given the corner taker an option, which is something I talk about in the Muscle Warriors video. I was talking about Jacob trying to do it as well, and this is what I mean. So Dave's there, he offers an angle. He doesn't have to take it, but it's there if he wants. Dave realizes it's not on, so he's backing off. Now Chris is angling his chair, look, see? So he's trying to get the pass across. Okay, back to Marcus, unlucky there. It comes out to the winger out to Dave. Dave takes a touch, gives it to Chris. Chris to Marcus. Marcus back to Chris. Chris across. Can we get it across again? Unlucky. See, they just couldn't quite get it. But the passing is there. Dave with the rotation. Again, Dave comes back, offers an angle to a Flick. The other winger goes across there. And Dave just takes it round. And he's going to look for a Flick. Good flick. Chris is there. Unlucky there. See, now Marcus is the deepest player. But Marcus, being smart there, knows the pass isn't on, so takes it on the dribble and comes out. So Dave's there. Taking it into Chris, probably. Yeah, see? So they always play back. A lot of teams say you don't want to play back. But West Brom, they play back to keep possession, to try to drag you in, and then he fires it across. So sometimes it's best to go back to go forward. So it goes back, Chris back to Dave. Dave lets it roll, smart play. The winger lets it roll, gets it across. And did Marcus miss? I can't see. Okay, not quite. But there's great pass, great play. And Marcus just dribbled it past both of them. Unbelievable there. Marcus, knowing the guy can't see behind him, gets between the keeper and the defender and just dribbles it in. So yeah, man, that's the 10 minutes. We're going to cut it there anyway. The link in the description will be this video, so if you want to watch this full match, you can do. And yeah, that's basically the end of the video anyway. I'm going to cut it here so you can see what I was talking about. 4 out. They play with all 4 players in attacking positions. The keeper is often the deepest player, but he's not that deep. He's still close enough that his wingers and the middle player can play. The keeper's usually slightly deeper, the middleman's just off him to give him a passing angle. They're trying to overload the middle with a 2v1 situation. And you can see with the way this team played, they're passing the ball very quickly. They're trying to drag the defender and the keeper out of the box, trying to create a gap so that they can get a shot off. So they're moving the ball around quickly. So most teams try to do it with a 3, but West Brom are a bit unique here and they do it with a 4. And then the way West Brom plays, also the way England are playing now as well with the 4 out. So if you want me to react to an England 4 out game, I can do, so let me know in the description below. But yeah man, that's literally going to be the video. So yeah, if you've got any questions, please leave it in the comment section below. And if you want me to do any other games, again, let me know. But that's going to be the end of the video anyway, so thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in a bit. And peace!